Everyone's talking about Pennzoil engine oils lately, so let's take a close, honest look at their 0w20 and 5w30 full synthetics. What do these two share, and where do their real-world differences show up? The molecular makeup alone can mean the difference between an engine that lasts an extra 50,000 miles or one facing $3,000 in unexpected repairs. Both grades rely on Pennzoil's Pure Plus technology, a genuine gas-to-liquids (GTL) method that transforms natural gas into an exceptionally clear, high-purity base oil. Forget hype. This base stock reaches 99.5% purity, far surpassing the 70–80% typical of traditional crude-derived oils. Fewer impurities translate to less breakdown under intense heat and far less sludge buildup over time. The core distinction lies in the base oil molecules themselves. The 0w20 version draws on lighter hydrocarbon chains, averaging roughly 20 to 24 carbon atoms long. In contrast, the 5w30 incorporates somewhat heavier chains, usually in the 24–30 carbon atom range. That seemingly small shift of 3 to 6 carbons dramatically alters behavior under heat, load, and pressure. Start with cold weather flow, where the first number in the grade really counts. Pour point tells us the lowest temperature at which the oil remains pumpable. Pennzoil 0w20 typically reaches around 40 degree Mars, while the 5w30 hovers near 35 degree Mars. In brutally cold places like the northern plains, where mornings hit 20 degree Mars, the 0w20 reaches critical components, valve train, turbo bearings, about 2 to 3 seconds quicker. Those few seconds are huge. Up to 70% of total engine wear happens during cold starts, when parts grind metal to metal until full pressure arrives. Multiply that by hundreds of winter starts, and the cumulative damage becomes visible under inspection after just a few years. Flip to the hot side, and high-temperature high shear, HTHS. Viscosity reveals why 5w30 often shines in demanding conditions. At 150 degree, 0w20 holds a minimum of 2.6 cp, but 5w30 stays stronger at 3.5 cp. That extra 0.9 cp builds a more robust oil film right where it matters, between piston rings and cylinder bores, when the engine is fully hot and under stress. Towing trailers, crawling through summer gridlock in scorching heat, or pushing a turbo hard. The thicker film in 5w30 dramatically reduces the risk of direct metal contact. Engines torn down after 200,000 miles of towing on 5w30 frequently show remarkably clean, minimally scored bores. The same setups on 0w20 often display noticeably more wear under identical abuse. On the flip side, 0w20 delivers verifiable fuel savings. API testing confirms switching from a 5w30 to 0w20 can boost highway efficiency by 1.2–2.4%. For someone covering 20,000 miles annually at 25 mpg with gas at 350 or gallon, that's roughly $33.67 saved each year, or $336.70 over a 200,000-mile lifespan. Lower internal drag means the oil pump works less, the crank turns easier, and more power reaches the road instead of turning into wasted heat. Importantly, both oils share identical additive chemistry. The same powerful calcium-magnesium detergent blend neutralizes combustion acids, and both carry roughly 800–1,000 ppm of zinc dialkyl phosphate, ZDDP, for anti-wear. Cleaning ability, acid control, and chemical wear protection remain equal. The only real variance comes from physical film thickness, not the additive package. Turbo applications highlight this perfectly. Modern turbos reach 100,000–250,000 RPM, with bearing clearances in the thousandths of an inch. Hydrodynamic lubrication depends on a sufficient oil film to prevent contact. Stock boost turbos usually stay safe on 0w20, but modified setups with higher boost, bigger turbos, or aggressive tuning, think certain EcoBoost or Subaru platforms, benefit noticeably from 5w30's superior film strength. Failures at 80,000 miles on 0w20 and pushed engines aren't rare. The same hardware on 5w30 frequently sails past 150,000 miles. Thermal stability further separates them. At normal operating temps around 212 degrees, 5w30 holds roughly 11 CST kinematic viscosity. while 0W20 sits near 8 cst. When oil spikes to 240 degrees during hard runs or heavy loads, 5W30 only thins to about 9 cst, still protective, whereas 0W20 can drop to 6.5 cst. In everyday mixed driving with temps staying 190-220 degrees, the thinner 0W20 cuts pumping losses and improves efficiency. Shear stability affects long intervals. Both use viscosity index improvers, polymers, to bridge the cold to hot range, but 5W30 employs longer, tougher chains that resist mechanical breakdown better. Severe driving over 10,000 miles can shear 0W20 down 15-20%, while 5W30 typically loses only 10-12%. Short 5,000-mile intervals make this irrelevant. Extended drains favor the 5W30. Fuel dilution hits direct injection turbos hard, especially on short trips. 0W20 starts thinner, so 3% dilution can push it below safe viscosity. 5W30 tolerates up to 5% dilution and still protects adequately, handy in cold climates or frequent short drives. Higher mileage engines with looser rings often burn less 5W30 than 0W20, as the thicker oil resists slipping past worn rings. It's no cure for major wear, but it can buy time. Newer tight-tolerance engines engineered for low-viscosity oils show no such penalty with 0W20. Always begin with your owner's manual. Many allow flexibility, but engines calibrated for one grade, oil pump, VVT solenoids, etc., may respond suboptimally to the other. Sluggish VVT in some Hondas, Toyotas on thicker oil, or low-pressure warnings on thinner oil in certain models. Climate and usage should guide deviations. Brutal winters favor 0W20 for faster flow and reduced dry start wear. Hot southern states or towing favor 5W30 for superior heat, load protection. Modified or high-performance builds under heavy stress, track use, or sustained high RPM lean toward 5W30. Keep oil temps below 240 degrees. An oil cooler helps more than additives, and both perform excellently. No need for aftermarket boosters. Both are fully loaded with detergents, dispersants, antioxidants, friction reducers, and corrosion inhibitors. Cost is a non-issue. Retail prices for 0W20 and 5W30 are virtually identical, $24-30 per 5-quart jug. Fuel savings with 0W20 are real but modest, especially in city, short-trip driving. Both are full synthetics, no conventional or blend versions in these grades from Pennzoil. Change intervals depend on conditions, severe service halves them, and always pair with a premium filter, Wix, Mobil 1 Extended Performance, to trap debris effectively. Modern engines trend toward lower viscosities to meet fuel economy regulations, with tighter clearances and advanced materials optimized for thin oils. Older designs with looser tolerances often prefer thicker grades. Bottom line, these two share the same ultra-pure Pure Plus foundation and identical additive technology, but differ purely in viscosity profile. 0W20 excels at cold flow protection, fuel efficiency, and modern engine designs. 5W30 delivers stronger hot-end film strength, better shear resistance, dilution tolerance, and load-carrying ability. Match your choice to your climate, driving demands, and engine specs, not trends or hearsay. Regular changes with good filtration matter more than picking the perfect grade. Track oil analysis, monitor consumption, pressure, noise, and let real data from your own use guide adjustments. Your engine will run longer and stronger when the oil matches its real-world needs.